Of course, Pep Guardiola makes the list. He's made a career out of dismantling low blocks. Take this example from their 6-3 goal-fest win over Leicester City in the 21-22 season. We see Manchester City's classic 3-2-5 structure against Leicester City's compact 4-4-2 low block. Cancelo steps inside to form the back three, while Zinchenko provides width on the left flank. City's goal is to stretch the defensive block horizontally, create gaps between the lines, and find their attacking players in those pockets. From there, they aim to progress into the final third through third-man combinations. Bernardo Silva, who has the false nine role in this game, identifies the space between the lines and drops deep to receive the ball. At the same time, he drags the opponent's centre-back out of position, disrupting Leicester's defensive balance and opening space behind the defensive line. Silva then plays a one-touch pass back into Fernandinho, who is positioned between Leicester's first block. This action completes the first phase of the third-man combination. At the same time, De Bruyne makes a forward run into the space created by Silva. Fernandinho delivers a perfectly timed first-time pass in behind the defense, releasing De Bruyne through on goal. De Bruyne finishes the move with an excellent first touch and outstanding individual quality to score. Another well-known destroyer of low block security is Xabi Alonso. Here's an example of him doing it with Bayer Leverkusen against Köln in the 23-24 campaign. In this example, we see Leverkusen operating in their 3-4-2-1 structure in possession. They build up with three centre-backs and a double pivot while positioning two attacking midfielders between the lines. The wing-backs provide width, stretching the opposition horizontally. A key detail in their positioning is the compactness within the 3-2 structure. 5 players in the build-up unit stay close to one another, which makes one-touch combinations and third-man patterns much more effective under pressure. Here, the right centre-back is on the ball. One of the two pivots, Palacios, positions himself at an angle where he can both receive the pass and immediately connect play into the space ahead of him. He receives and plays one touch into number 10 Hoffmann, who is positioned between the lines. Then, he plays directly into Xhaka, completing the central combination. While Hoffmann and Xhaka are finishing up this third-man combination, Palacios is making a forward run into the space between the lines. This positional rotation is crucial as it will give Leverkusen 6v4 numerical superiority against the opponent's defensive block in the final third. As the attack progresses, the ball reaches the second attacking midfielder, Wirtz, who once again finds space between the lines and connects with the striker, Boniface. Now the attack is well and truly on, and we can see the 6v4 overload in Leverkusen's favour. No doubt Köln feel the pressure of this. Once Leverkusen break into the final third, the ball is switched to the left wing-back Grimaldo. Following his cross, Leverkusen successfully take the lead and make it 1-0. Julian Nagelsmann, of course, has to be on this list. Here he is creating absolute chaos for Scotland in their 5-1 defeat to Germany in the 2024 Euros. Germany are positioned in a 4-2-3-1 formation. The left back stays deeper to support the build-up phase as they play from the left, while the right back pushes higher to provide width on the other side. Toni Kroos, who was Germany's playmaker during the tournament, is situated nice and deep to orchestrate the play and dictate the tempo. Here he is on the ball, ready to launch the attack. Germany build the play on the left flank and create numerical intensity in that area. The objective is clear: draw the opponent toward that side and then deliver a diagonal long pass to the wide player on the opposite flank, providing him with open space and isolating him in a 1v1 situation. As this happens, the other three attacking players make coordinated runs towards the penalty area. The defensive line tracks these movements, which creates space just outside the top of the box. The right back finds Wirtz in that pocket with time and space to shoot. Wirtz capitalizes on the moment and finishes the move to score. A coach you might not be so familiar with is Okan Buruk. Here, his Galatasaray side dismantled Trabzonspor in a 2-0 victory back in the 24-25 season. Trabzonspor are defending in a mid-block and marking man-to-man. Galatasaray decide to build up in a 4-3-3 structure and get the keeper involved, creating a +1 numerical superiority and are able to provide width through the centre backs. As the move develops, right back Sholai inverts into the half space, positioning himself between the lines. At the same time, central midfielder Torreira drops deeper, dragging the opposing midfielders and thereby creating space for Sholai to exploit between the lines. While that's happening, keeper Muslera draws in the opponent, marking the centre back to his right, which both frees up the centre back and enables a third man combination with the pivot to connect the play into the free man. As the ball reaches the centre back, the right winger moves wider toward the touchline to provide width, pulling the opposing fullback with him. This movement creates space in the half space channel between the opposition's fullback and centre back, opening the lane for Sholai to make an underlapping run. Now, Trabzonspor have been twisted up like pretzel. Sholai drives into the final third and delivers across to the striker by the penalty spot. Now onto Pep's protege Arteta. Here we have Arsenal back in the 23-24 season doing old nemesis Manchester United dirty in a 3-1 victory. Arteta makes good use of his fullbacks here. The right back Ben White has moved centrally to create a back three, while Zinchenko pushes up and provides width on the left flank. This creates a structure that resembles either a 4-1 or a 3-2 shape, depending on the position of the left back. As the move develops, attacking midfielder Havertz drops deep, taking advantage of United man-to-man marking and attracting the opposition's midfielders toward him. This movement creates space between the opponent's midfield and defensive lines. Martinelli, who initially provides width on the left touchline, moves into that space, positioning himself in the half space between the lines. At the same time, Zinchenko moves into the space vacated by Martinelli, maintaining width and ensuring proper positional balance. This rotation forms a triangle on the left side between the left back, left winger and centre forward. After a series of quick passing combinations, Martinelli receives the ball inside the penalty area. Following this action, the other central midfielder, Odegaard, finds space in the hole. He receives the pass and converts it with a well-placed finish, completing the move. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit the like button and comment below and tell me which of those managers you think is the best destroyer of defensive blocks. Thanks a lot, see you next time.